Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Hearthstone. We're going to be continuing our Hunter run in the arena, and I am optimistic. I'm hoping for a 5-win arena run this time, but I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. So, I haven't played in a few days, but I have played against friends of mine lately, and they've kicked my ass pretty badly. But they've always been better at TCGs than I have.
Versus Malfurion.
Draginus the Druid. Let's see what happens. Way too many 4 costs. Let's go with that. I mean, too many 4 costs, but yeah. That's terrible. Ugh. Oh my gosh! I know I have a lot of 4-cost cards, but ugh, this is miserable already. Let's hope I can top deck something useful. Scavenging Hyena is only useful if I have another beast. But I do have a card that synergizes with beasts, so Kill Command. So if he plays anything particularly dangerous, at least I'll have something against him. Oh, goody. Alright, well, if he manages to silence that or something, I have a counter. So let's do another Scavenging Hyena. So if he does get it, is able to attack with it, if he attacks one of my hyenas, the other one gets stronger. But yes, that's one of the things that makes the Ancient Watcher actually useful, is if you silence it, you remove the can't attack effect. That's really risky to get in Arena unless you already have something useful for it, though. So, you know. If I play the Direwolf Alpha, they'll both get stronger. But they'll still die to the Ghoul. But if I multi-shot, it'll kill the Ghoul, weaken this guy, and I'll be able to attack. But I won't be able to play the Direwolf Alpha this turn. Let's go with that. I think that's an efficient use of my cards. Alright. I think that was efficient use of multi-shot, because this thing is now weak enough that if it does get buffed somehow to attack me, I can take it out. If it gets a taunt effect, I can take it out. Which is true. I ignored that. You can give it a taunt effect. Druids specifically have an ability to do that. So. Alright, so now it's a 4/6 taunt. Destroy a random enemy minion. Alright. Trying to think of how I want to play this, because I don't want to kill any of my hyenas yet. If I multi-shot, it'll kill this and reduce that to 3, but it won't get rid of it. If I kill Command, it'll deal 5, but it won't get rid of it. But if I deal it 5, I'll be able to get rid of it with one of my hyenas and then go in for the kill, so I guess I'll do that. Hyena attacks. Direwolf Alpha, and then attack with my hyena. So I'm getting a lot of use out of the hyenas. They aren't as buffed as they could be because I don't have enough beasts yet, but this happens. I could sacrifice the Direwolf Alpha onto the Ancient Watcher to make him stronger, and overall it would be a buff, but it depends on what I can put. Okay, he's just going to naturalize it. That's fine. I need the card draw. This is good! Now I can Houndmaster, buff this guy, and still buff that Houndmaster. Alright, and then there's Explosive Trap. So if I multi-shot, this will be take him out, and he'll be reduced to 4, of which this guy will be strong enough to kill him. So... No, but I don't have enough mana for that. What kind of an idiot am I? That's okay, he'll only deal 1 damage to my Direwolf.
Done.
So I'm good. Thankfully for Steady Shot, I'm able to keep damage pressure on the hero himself. So I think I'm doing good, despite the poor starting hand. I've top decked some pretty useful cards. Let's see what he does. See, this Mogushan Warden is really most useful in a priest deck, because you could do that thing where attack is equal to health, and that Mogushan Warden actually becomes really threatening then, especially when you start doubling his health and, you know, cascading that kind of effect. Alright, so he's going to Frost that. If Explosive Trap won't work until he breaks through Direwolf Alpha's defense, so that's not terribly useful. If I multi-shot, it'll kill at least one. If it hits these two, it'll kill them both. And then I can Deadly Shot. So let's see if the RNG gods are in my favor. They're not. Which is okay. That happens. So I'll just destroy his taunt. I was hoping to get rid of his elemental. Oh, I can. Right. So let's get rid of the elemental. I probably shouldn't have used hard removal for that elemental, because he's probably got something big in his hand that he's been waiting to play. So we'll see if I screwed up. But I think I have enough force to go in with. And if I play Frostwolf Warlord, I'm going to play him on the left side, because this guy is still buffing adjacent minions. So that'll be most useful there. If I play that, though, the only thing I'll have left to play is Explosive Trap. Starfall. 2 to all minions. Okay, so that gets rid of one of my minions. And he now can deal 1 attack, so he can attack that. So my minions are gone. He's cleared the board. Good on him. Gnomish Inventor. Now I need card draw. Gladiator's Longbow. That'll be useful. I'll go ahead and play an Explosive Trap since I have 2. Just in case he pulls off something interesting.
Get behind me.
Okay, so 5-4. That's pretty significant. But Gladiator's Longbow will burst right through that.
Don't mess with Tusker.
And the Razor-Fin Hunter. So, not worried yet. Emperor Cobra. But I need to put this Longbow out. So, let's do that. Let's do that. And get rid of his 4. I don't want him to have board advantage just yet. So, I was gonna go... But I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of the board because of Explosive Trap. And I think about it, I probably went too quickly when I did that. Oh, goody. So now he has a 5-10 taunt. Correction, he has a 5-8 taunt. But that's fine. That happens. Unfortunately for him... Well, actually... I deal 5 damage with him... And then Explosive Trap.
I hunt alone.
It's not going to be 100% efficient, like I've wanted, but it happens.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
And I can't hold on to Frostwolf Warlord because I just don't have the card draw to make it significant enough to put out a ton of small creatures, minions, sorry, to make him as powerful as possible. So, 5-5 for now. Alright, the Yeti isn't a threat unless he makes it have taunt. That isn't a threat unless he makes it have taunt. That's not a threat unless he makes something of taunt. And I've won.
I concede. Well played.
Alright. Good victory. I don't think I played that badly. I don't think he played that terribly. I just managed to beat him. And of course, new daily quests, so I'm racking those up. Which is good. I could use the gold. Let's go straight into another one. We're the opponent. Alright.
Rexxar versus Garrosh.
Gogol the Warrior.
Let the hunt begin.
Alright. Young Priestess. Fairy Dragon and Deadly Shot. That's a strong early hand. Deadly Shot is a really efficient removal card, but you kind of have to work around it. Well, I didn't mean to say well played. Oh well, whatever. Maybe that's considered good luck or something. Good luck, have fun. Bling. I love the catapult. So much fun. I always leave it loaded in case I want to launch it at something.
Shields up!
That is a wasted 2-turn play. Wow, you are desperate to get rid of my card.
More training?
So I'm just going to hit you directly. End my turn. And give you 3 health. Awesome. Perfect. So it has enough health to survive the Sun Fury Protector. And there's his Fairy Dragon. Alright, so he just doesn't want me to keep building up health, which is fine. It happens. It's Acolyte of Pain.
Speak to me.
Attack directly. So my logic is I'll be able to kill that with Acolyte of Pain if he doesn't attack my minions directly. Okay, so we got rid of that. That's fine. He doesn't want me to draw extra cards. Shield Block, very useful card for a warrior. And he's going to deal 2 damage directly to me. If I play Timberwolf, it'll have no effect on anything else. Deadly Shot is a waste, so... let's attack there. I don't want him to keep getting free shots on me, so now we both have 3/1 Fairy Dragons. He doesn't have any direct damage, so the only way he's getting rid of it is attacking with minion. He doesn't have direct damage because Fairy Dragon can't be targeted by spell or hero powers. So for each, Battle Rage has been changed. It's now 2 costs, but it's only for damage-friendly characters. So he's willing to trade there. I am able to summon a companion, and then I'll be able to summon a Timberwolf. Though I want to hold off on that. I'll summon Timberwolf next turn. Yeah, I'm going to say I'm going to summon him next turn. If I summon him this turn, yes, the Timberwolf will be buffed to be able to attack for 2 next turn, but if I summon him next turn, then I'll also be able to summon the Warlord. Damn, I should have summoned it. Oh well. Explosive Shot. Timberwolf. Now, I'm putting the Timberwolf despite not having anything else to buff that's out there, because the Frostwolf Warlord synergizes with it, and the Stormwind Champion synergizes with it. So, okay, 2/5 charge, he's just gonna kill it. That's fair. But I'll be able to Gladiator Longbow next turn and attack directly. He's just armoring up, and I can't do a thing about it, because I don't have enough on the field. If I summon the Beast Companion, I won't be able to do much else, so Gladiator's Longbow. Attack. Alright, so I want to keep the Gladiator's Longbow for the next time he puts out a big stompy minion, because I don't take damage when I use it. So that's what the most useful effect of it is. Knife Juggler, and then he gets a Gnome Shementer out. Good combo, strong combo. Ow, my face. Alright, if I play you, then I'll have 3 mana left. Not anything useful I can do with 3 mana. But I need more minions out on the field anyway. And I got a taunt, so that's good. So, do that, and my turn. The only thing the Knife Juggler I'm not terribly worried about right now. It's random damage, it's only 1 damage, and he has to put out minions to activate it. So, and right now he's probably going for a big stompy minion. So I'm still saving up for a big stompy minion. Okay, there goes my poor hyena. That's fine. It happens. Warriors have a surprising amount of direct damage, like, spell cards. As weird as it sounds. And yeah, he's gonna be able to kill Misha with his Knife Juggler if he wants to trade it. But I'm giving the impression he doesn't unless he has a buff in there of some kind.
Back to work.
Yep. Now he's going to trade with the Knife Juggler. No, he's going to trade... Darn, right. That was dumb of me. He wouldn't need to trade with the Knife Juggler. So now the Knife Juggler's still alive. Explosive Trap. Perfect. So if I Explosive Trap Stormwind Champion... Now, with the Stormwind Champion out, he might go for it instead. So, I'm just gonna let him make that decision. I'm going to let him make that decision. See what he goes for. He's thinking about it. He's not. He knows that my trap is probably something like this. Wiped out everything. So if I were him, I wouldn't have done that because
It was an error.
explosive trap is probably the most common trap to be put into a hunter deck. There's also ice trap and serpent trap. If it's serpent trap, all that would do is summon a couple of snakes on my field. Not very useful. It's great for synergized type stuff, but 3/1/1s is still 3/1/1s. If it was Frost Trap, then all that would happen is that bump that minion back to his hand, and he'd be able to replay it for somewhat higher cost. And that wouldn't have been a big deal because it's the beginning of his turn, he'd be able to do. So Explosive Trap was the most likely and damaging trap that could have played, and if he knew enough about the Hunter deck, he'd know that. But now he's very confused because he had board control and I took it completely away from him, and he doesn't like that. I'll be able to hit him with my Stormwind Champion next turn, which will take away all of his armor, as is, unless he uses his hero power soon. You're not going to attack if you don't hurry. Okay, so he queued up the attack, so we still got to. And he queued up the armor. Okay, so we got to at least play his turn now. Houndmaster is useless because I don't have a beast. So let's go ahead and kill that because I don't want it hitting me again. Probably a waste of the card, but you take what you can get sometimes. I don't like this guy buffing them, and warriors are known for having charge minions, but I'll leave it alone for now. With a friendly minion. That's weird. Oh, it has +1/+1 from Stormwind Champion, duh. I was like, why isn't he a 5/5? Sometimes I forget Stormwind Champion's so good. The reason why I put Stormwind Champion in so many decks is because of the 7... I mean, not just the arena, but I mean in my normal decks. I mean, it's because of the 7 cost cards that you have available in the normal basic set. It's almost always Stormwind Champion who's the best option of them, because almost all the basic sets are based mostly on buffing your minions. There aren't too many strategies beyond that. And I made a mistake by not attacking that raid leader because now Deadly Shot doesn't have only one target. If I Deadly Shot now, it might not kill this thing. Now I'll have to waste my Frostwolf Warlord to do it. Not ideal. So but I'm gonna have to take that risk because I wasn't smart enough to get rid of the raid leader. Awesome, luck was on my side. Now I'm gonna use the Goldshire Footman because he's strong enough to kill the raid leader if the raid leader attacks. And I have 12 damage to go, 14 damage to go straight for his face. So even if he plays a charge minion, he still has to break through the Goldshire Footman with it. And he can't. So he either needs to direct attack, like that, to break through my minion. All this still means he only has 2 damage on the board for my face. And unless he puts a taunt down, I win. There's his taunt. See, at this point, I should have already played the Houndmaster. I had the chance last turn to do it, but I didn't, because I didn't think he'd have another taunt. That said, I now have a reason to play Houndmaster. So I've put all my cards on the table. Bad, but I have board control. Good. I also know that warriors, as far as AoE attacks or board clearing attacks, they only got like the one, which is Whirlwind, I think, and Cleave. Whirlwind and Cleave are their 2 multi-target spells. So he's drawing, just trying to get whatever he can into his hand, because he knows I win next turn. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. You got rid of my taunt, but that's it. Alright, so he conceded. That was great. I could not have hoped for a better run. I think I played that well. I made a mistake or two in there, but that happens. But guess what, folks? we're 4-1. So far, it's one of the best runs I've had. So I'm feeling really confident I can make this a 5+ win run. And it's all thanks to you guys helping me out. And by that I mean I'm doing all the work and you're watching. But it does help me to vocalize my thoughts. It does help me to come up with my strategy and come up with like my step-by-step process. So while I make mistakes, I probably make less of them while I'm talking. So that's our run for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.